I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be pleading for acceptance leads to rejection every time. Got an email here from a reader, and he says, Dear Coach Corey, I dated my ex for 6 months. However, in late June, she found out that I was 30. This might sound stupid, but I never actually mentioned my age to her because I thought she already knew. Turned out she always thought I was 23, 24 because I look and I act young. She's 19, and there's an age gap of 11 years. Well, if you don't care about it, then she's not going to care about it. She was very shocked and upset when she found out because she felt for me hard and liked me a lot, but can't get her head around the age gap right now. And when a girl, if she got all bent out of shape, she says, oh my God, I can't believe you're 11 years old. It's just like, oh, you're being ridiculous. Who cares? And you just change the subject and you go on to something else. And if she keeps up with it, just say, honey, you grab her hand, you stand her up, and then turn around and fucking spank her on the ass. You just say, you need to get over it because it's not a big deal. I don't care that you're 19 and inexperienced. So you should be really appreciative of the fact that I'm older and I have all this experience. That's why we had such a great time together, because I'm such an awesome guy. Just go with the flow and don't complicate things. Say that to her. He says, so she wasn't comfortable to continue. I was devastated at the time and did the stupid thing of pleading for her to reconsider. And when you do that, now you're basically trying to prove yourself to her. But at the end of the day, if she's like, well, I just can't do it because you're just too old for me, and you just say, well, hey, give me a call if you change your mind. And then just walk away. If she says, oh, I just want to be friends, you just say, I'm not interested in that. We have a great relationship. Everything's been going awesome between us. And now you want to break up because we're 11-year age difference? It's like, I'm still the same guy. It's like, that sounds pretty shallow on your part. So, you know what? You can leave and give me a call when you change your mind and you decide to grow up and be mature about it, because I don't like the way you're acting. You're being really fucking rude. And then invite her to leave your place and tell her to call you when she changes her mind and just walk away from it. That's the strongest place to be, because when a woman's got to know that if she pushes you too far, that you'll walk and never look back. And obviously, she's using the age as an excuse. But obviously what happened is she stood up to you, or because women will bluff to test. And there's probably been other things that she's bluffed about where she says she doesn't like a certain thing, or maybe you're into sports and she's not, and she wants you to change the channel when you're watching your favorite team. And you go along with it, and she says, are you okay with this? And you're like, oh yeah, sure. And she can tell that you're really pissed off. That's weakness. And that'll cause a woman to test and back away even more and doubt your masculine core. And it's not a good way to go. And so obviously, there's probably lots of other things that you did in the relationship, and the age thing was just the excuse that she used. He says, basically, she said she never wanted us to be apart and that she never fully made a determined decision to break up, but she just didn't feel right with the age gap right now and felt like a breakup was something she just had to do. And you just say, hey, well, I'm not interested in being apart. You're the one that's got an issue with it. So I adore you. I love you. Nothing's changed on my part. And so if you got a problem with it and you want to spend time apart, great. Give me a call when you change your mind. But I'm not interested in friendship with you. That's just not going to work for me. And you stand your ground and you're willing to walk away because she's pushing you too far. But instead, you're acting like Gumby Boy and you're going along with it. And because you're going along with it, that's the real reason why she's dumping you. He says also, she said she will be very upset if I was to be with another girl because she will have lost something very, very amazing and special. Well, obviously it wasn't special enough. But you're buying her BS excuses and you think it's all about age when it's really not. It's about the fact that you're acting really weak with her and you're pleading for your case. You're trying to prove yourself to her. And a guy who perceives himself as a catch, he doesn't feel like he has to prove anything to a woman. He says, but also, she said, if I keep pushing her to get back at this moment, it makes her feel uncomfortable. Yeah, because you're pleading with her and you're acting like a woman, basically, is what's going on. And that's why it makes her feel wishy-washy about you. He says, last Thursday, we had to work together. And after we finished work, I got her to sit inside my car, and so you probably begged her to come hang out with you. And we talked for 2 hours, and the first 1.5 hours was really good, a lot of laughter and a lot of joking. Love is playful and fun, and you should have just acted like it wasn't a big deal. And just go about hanging out with her like you always did in the past. Kiss her, take her home, make love to her, all the things that you used to do. But what happened was you started acting like Mr. Needy Nice Guy, trying to be all respectful of her and trying not to offend her, instead of acting like the man that you had always acted with her in the past, and you acted weak. He says, so she told me how happy she was out clubbing with her friends last Friday night. During the talk, she asked me several times if I was all right, as if I was over the whole breakup thing and not hurting over her anymore. Because she said that during the last hour, I looked sad and unhappy, and I didn't really answer directly. See, women can read you. They can tell that you're unhappy, but when she asks you what's wrong, you're like, oh, yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, no problem. But you're acting like a little bitch with her instead of acting like a man. And so she knows that you're upset, and she knows that she's hurting you by dumping you, but you're going along with her friendship agenda and going along with what she wants, and you're making yourself miserable in the process. A man who perceives himself as a catch is just not going to put up with that crap. Plain and simple. He says near the end of the talk, when she was about to leave, she rubbed my leg and asked me again if I was all right. I would have said, I'd be a hell of a lot better if you'd kiss me. And you just smile and joke around. She'd giggle and laugh. Just like, I miss your lips. Come over here and kiss me. And you should have taken her home to your place and fucked the hell out of her and had great make-up sex. He said, yeah, I sort of am and isn't. And then she said, you'll be all right soon. Then I said, yeah, I'll be all right just like you are right now. And then she started getting angry and frustrated, saying, just because I told you you had a really good time with my friends last night, you say I'm all right. You don't know everything. It's bad to assume. And I would say, well, what do you mean? And let her talk about what's going on. And he says, and then I grabbed her and hugged her. Oh, then you did the friendship thing. And then that just communicated, I'm okay, I'm being submissive, I'm acting like a woman now, and I'm going to go along with your friendship agenda because I'm hoping you'll change your mind. More pleading behavior. And she hugged back tightly, and there was a hand holding, and she put her head on my shoulders, chest, and why didn't you kiss her, dude? And I stroked her hair for a while. You're acting like a friend. You're acting like the male girlfriend who never gets any pussy with her. He says, this went on for about 10 minutes inside the backseat of the car. She reciprocated all of my physical touches, and when it was the most physical contact we had since the breakup. I told her I really hate you sometimes, and she wished we were back. I'm really scared you will hate me. More weak behavior. I've never been dumped before, and most of my reactions since were needy and desperate and totally opposite of your teachings, and that's why you're stuck in friendship zone now. Would your advice be to just let it go and wait for her to contact me? Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't do anything. She unilaterally changed the terms of your relationship. And when she contacts you, when she reaches out to you, just say, hey, why don't you come on over to my place and let's make dinner together? And why don't you grab a bottle of wine? And leave it at that. Make definite plans for her to come over to your place and hang out. And when she does, treat her like you always did before. Act as if nothing has changed between the two of you. Act as if she's still your lover. And when she comes in, and she comes over with a bottle of wine, you just say, you look fucking amazing tonight. And she'll go, thank you. And then you push her up, grab her arms around her elbows gently, and then gently push her up against the wall, and then just start kissing her and making out with her. Just go for it. That's what a man would do. That's what you used to do when you were together. But now, because you act all needy, like, oh, I'm going to be Mr. Nice Guy friend, and hopefully you'll like me again, you're acting like a woman. And women want a guy who acts like a man. And at the end of the day, you're the one that has the penis. So you have to women don't want the power in the relationship, and you just gave her all of the power. So, like I said, wait to hear from her. When you do hear from her, make a definite date. Just have her come over to your place so you can have some alone time together. Make dinner together. Have her bring a bottle of wine or something. Or you bring the drinks and tell her to bring something if she's a really good cook and make you dinner. Or you make dinner together. The idea is to do something together where you can touch each other and interact. Maybe you have some whipped cream. Maybe you make a pie together, or you have a pie or dessert. You take some of it out, and the whipped cream, and you stick it on her nose. You say, "Oh, you got some whipped cream on your nose. Let me get that off." Then you lick it off, or you kiss it off of her, and then you smear some more on her lips. And it's like, "Oh, you got some whipped cream on your lips. Let me take care of that." And then you lick it off of her, and just have some fun with it, dude. It's like, do what you did before. Stop acting like this little male girlfriend, or that's always where you're going to be. So if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions or your situation, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, which I highly recommend, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that it'll have a link that will take you to the Amazon Kindle download page. And once you get to the download page, on the right-hand side, there's a button, and when you click that button, it'll open up a window so you can download one of their free e-reader apps for your iPhone, iPad, Mac, PC, Android device. It only takes a matter of seconds to download and install it, and then only a few more seconds after that to complete the purchase of my book, and you'll be reading it in no time. And I'll talk to you